Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we'll be talking about the top 3 cryptocurrencies that I think that has huge potential. I'll be analyzing the reasons and the technology behind blockchain in simple terms so that you can understand better about the projects. Before we go into the cryptocurrencies, we need to understand what are the challenges that blockchains will encounter when they are developed. The blockchain trilemma addresses the challenges developers face in creating a blockchain that is scalable, secure, and decentralized without compromising any areas. This was first termed by Vitalik Buterin, which is the founder of Ethereum. As you can see in the diagram, the three main problems are decentralization, security, as well as scalability. He says that oftentimes blockchains are forced to make trade-offs in certain areas, which prevents them to maximize all three aspects. So which three blockchain as well as its cryptocurrencies that I think that may have the potential to overcome these challenges as well as maximize all three aspects in the future? The first one is Avalanche. It is first created by Ava Labs, which was founded by three outstanding individuals, which are the Cornell University professor Amin Gun Sirer, computer science PhD Kevin Seknicki, and Ted Yin. It attempts to improve its scalability without compromising any of the areas, especially decentralization. As you can see in this diagram, its ecosystem has grown quite a lot since it has been founded back in 2018 because it allows anybody to produce their own multifunctional blockchains and decentralized apps easily. Avalanche is built around three interoperable blockchains, which are the X chain, C chain, as well as P chain. I'll go through it one by one. Avalanche uses the proof-of-stake model, but it is slightly different from the traditional one. The purpose of its X chain is to create and exchange assets. It uses the Avalanche protocol, which doesn't need a leader to reach consensus. All nodes work in parallel to check other validators' transaction confirmations randomly, and after enough repeated random subsampling, a transaction is determined to be true probabilistically. The second chain is C chain, which uses for smart contracts creation, and the last one is P chain, which uses to coordinate with validators. Both chain uses the Stoneman consensus protocol, which builds on the Avalanche consensus protocol, but the transaction orders are linearly. By splitting itself into three separate blockchains, it is able to optimize flexibility, speed, security with less trade-offs. It is able to handle around 4,500 transactions per second and achieve transaction finality in under 3 seconds, which is much faster than Bitcoin and Ethereum.
The global financial fabric is composed of fragmented markets due to regulatory and geographical differences. Until now, there has been no easy way to create and trade digital assets in a legally compliant way. In fact, there is over $800 trillion in world value of assets, yet there is not a unified global marketplace for them. What if we could reimagine financial markets as a unified global network, where deploying assets were as easy as sending an email? What if exchanging financial products was unified, so one could trade equities, commodities, alternative assets, and more, all on the same global platform? Ava is the infrastructure to make this possible by enabling any financial network to plug into one universal platform. Welcome to the Internet of Assets, a global financial network for the issuing and trading of all digital goods. Ava can support such a large universal network because of its unprecedented engine. Ava is built with speed that is only possible with a recent breakthrough in distributed systems, known as Avalanche consensus. Current decentralized networks are built on over decade-old consensus protocols that have issues scaling with high performance. But now, there is Avalanche consensus. It enables millions of participants to validate while processing thousands of transactions per second, down to sub-second finalization times. It's blazing fast, really fast. Ava pairs this engine with an architecture that can fit the custom needs of unique financial products and decentralized applications. This customizability is achieved through subnetworks, enabling anyone to launch their own tailor-made network with custom virtual machines. Ava lays the foundation for a platform of platforms, where there are thousands of unique subnetworks that can connect and create one unified global market. An asset issuer on Ava has the flexibility to digitize any asset, starting with determining the features, such as privacy-enabled transactions. The issuer can decide whether it wants to be on a permissioned or permissionless network. The asset can be built with custom smart contracts to help design the marketplace functionality. And there can be custom conditions designed to meet compliance requirements. Then launch the asset into the global market. Ava is fast, flexible, secure, with a custom plug-and-play infrastructure that is built to serve the needs of decentralized applications, asset issuers, and financial marketplaces. Ava, your one global internet of assets. What will you deploy?
This is a table of Avalanche comparing to other blockchains. It is able to transfer much faster, much more energy efficient, and a higher safety threshold. In the recent news, Avalanche Foundation has received $230 million of investment funds from a group led by Paul Chain and Three Arrows Capital, and they are currently aiming to develop and support the rapid growth of DeFi, enterprise applications, and other uses of Avalanche public block. So, we can expect that there is further growth from Avalanche. At the time of my recording, its price has skyrocketed from a few dollars below $10 until $60 now within a year. So that is around 1000% of increase. The next cryptocurrency that I'll be talking about is Solana. Founded by Anatoly Yakovenko as well as Greg Fitzgerald in 2018, this cryptocurrency is currently on fire. Solana focuses on fast transactions and high throughput. It is the most performant permissionless blockchain in the world and able to process over 50,000 transactions per second. It aims to tackle scalability, which mainly focuses on transaction speed and confirmation time, without compromising much on the security and decentralization area. Why Solana is able to achieve such fast transaction speed? It is because it has a unique mechanism called proof of history. It allows Solana to synchronize their individual clocks so that they are all in agreement with each other. This is their ecosystem. Due to their fast transaction speed, it is ideal to be used in DeFi as well as trading. Solana contains 8 core technical features, and the main one is proof of history. Let's learn more about it.
Proof of history enables the blockchain to work fast while maintaining security and decentralization. Here's an analogy. If snapshots of dye diffusion were scrambled, you would know how to place the resulting images in order again because of the laws of entropy as a function of time. Proof of history uses a recursive verifiable delay function to hash incoming events and transactions. Every event has a unique hash and count along this data structure as a function of real time. This information tells us what event had to come before another, almost like a cryptographic timestamp, giving us a verifiable ordering of events as a function of time. Each node gets a cryptographic clock that helps the network agree on time and ordering of events without having to wait to hear from other nodes. Unlike slower, traditional blockchains, oftentimes throttled by various consensus mechanisms, Solana achieves high throughput without sacrificing network security. Visit Solana.com to learn more.
After Solana's system is down, the team has come up to address the tech issue, stating that its mainnet is down due to resource exhaustion. Their engineers are fixing the issue and validators are preparing to restart if necessary. Despite the blockchain crash and a widespread sell-off after the problem occurred, the price of its native token, Sol coin, is still able to hold its ground steadily around $150, signifying that investors are still confident towards the project. At the time of my recording, Solana's price is around $155. It took a drop because of its technical issue, but it's still skyrocketed since ago. around 6,000%. And the third cryptocurrency that I'll be talking about is Algorand. The Algorand Foundation was founded in 2017 by Professor Silvio Micali, which is a professor from MIT. Since its creation, its ecosystem has been getting larger and expanding. It is able to perform 1,000 transactions per second under 5 seconds of latency, which is much faster than Ethereum and Bitcoin. Furthermore, its developer tools is comprehensive because you can use Java, JavaScript, Go, and Python to integrate it easily. So which consensus mechanism does Algorand uses? Is it proof of work, proof of stake, or is it proof of history? The answer is pure proof of stake model. Let us see how does it work.
So here's another overview of the same flow. Effectively, what happens in the network is that all the transactions propagate through the global network, right? So everybody sees every transaction that appears on the blockchain. We propagate it from one laptop to another using a peer-to-peer network. Then, when we want to agree on a block, what we'll do is we'll randomly choose one of the laptops from this network and ask that laptop, well, tell me all the transactions that you saw and tell me the block that you would like to assemble. This one laptop will assemble all transactions in the block, propagate it to other nodes, and then other nodes will somehow vote, as I said, or digitally sign the block of transactions. Not all of them, but a small subset like of a size of 1,000. And then the block is added to the blockchain.
Recently, Drone Racing League, which is a New York startup that focuses on drone racing, has made a deal with Algorand for sponsorship. The deal itself worth $100 million over the next 5 years. As part of the deal, the league will release tickets to racing events in the form of non-fungible tokens, which is NFT, and other fan collectibles on Algorand. Algorand will have naming rights to the Drone League's Championship Series, and this will expand Algorand's NFT market and attracts more users and developers to use this platform in the future. At the time of recording, as you can see in this chart, the price of Algorand has been increasing this year to around $2.03. Will it keep increasing? So what are your thoughts on these three cryptocurrencies? Are you bullish or are you bearish towards them? Tell us your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe to this channel to learn more about crypto and stocks, and be sure to hit the like button. We'll really appreciate that. Until then, see you in the next video.